Carolina's offense will start this game off. Clemson just put a beat down on the Gamecocks the last time these two met.
Yeah, it wasn't even close. And Clemson's talent being far superior, dominating hockey. They got to have an answer this time, Jesse. They were embarrassed a year ago.
South Carolina just has to start faster. You're not going to beat a team like Clemson with all of their athletes if you're sleepwalking out of the tunnel. You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball
off play action. And this one falls incomplete, but I think the defense was in the neutral zone. It was a free play.
Offside, defense.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
Hauls it in. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ipte if they can stop them on third down. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, fourth down in their own end, and they're going for it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs. So Clemson's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive...
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Guys, for just a little bit, let's talk about South Carolina. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise, continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations. And this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They've lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable here.
Just keeps swinging it. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
Not difficult, not complicated, but early in the game, getting that rhythm. Find that timing into wide receiver so you're set up for success. Then you go attack deep later on.
The Gamecocks are at the line looking to convert on third and short. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays, but you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gamecocks look to keep this drive humming. Give to the running back. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Takes the easy throw in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Off the play fake. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll boot it away for the first time tonight. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. That's caught. It's Grove.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands. You saw it on that last play.
Send the tight end in motion. Leaves it with the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Nice pickup there. Gets him the 1st down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the back. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Give to the back. And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll run play action. He's going to throw deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Finds his man down the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
We've reached a break. Clemson has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Love the coverage and not giving up an inch defensively there. 3rd down, smothering the receiver. As soon as he caught the ball, down he went. They've got this offense in.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Got his man down the middle. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Great place to start for this offense. The give out of the gun. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, running back gets the give. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tiger.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Northwestern was all gas and no brakes in one of the more convincing wins we'll see this week. The type of performance Darnell Autry and company delivered in that magical 10-win season of 1995. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. This rivalry dates back to 1896. It's been a little bizarre with the chicken curse, and it's a bit unusual, too, because the state school, South Carolina, isn't the perennial football power.
No, but it's kind of had its ebbs and flows, a little bit back and forth, some great coaches on both sides, but the in-state hate is beautiful.
You know, there's a lot of great rivalries, especially down in the South and the Deep South. This is one of the better ones, though, because you just never know what the outcome is going to be.
Rush is on him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Gamecocks send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Grabbed in the middle. It's Doyle.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on Garden.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Doyle. Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. Clemson ready to go back to work with another 1st down. They go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The game, originally held during the State Fair in Columbia as Big Thursday, was officially named the Palmetto Bowl in 2014. A trophy came a year later, replacing the old Hardee's Bowl trophy.
Very apropos, a silver palm tree for the Palmetto Bowl. That makes sense, David. This is the biggest sporting event in the state of South Carolina. I know this is a game that you and I have really enjoyed watching over the years.
I mean, so much fun, and the definition, Jesse, of hate all throughout the state, and bragging rights to whoever wins this football game.
Turning it on! And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
All right, defense, it ain't working, right? They're stringing together several 1st downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. Gives it to the back on the draw. Touchdown, Tigers! And they add 6 more to go with that trip to the house.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the 1st half for the home team.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Handoff from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gamecocks with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. Oh, he makes the catch. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
And quarterbacks love running backs who can catch the ball because they're stat patterns. That's an easy throw for this quarterback to make. He's just letting his running back do all the work. Get him the football out in space and let the magic happen.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to... And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Gamecocks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Works the middle of the field.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. They'll throw it from the red zone. He'll be down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Oh, they're after him! And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Their hope for a touchdown gone by the boards, but they'll try to put up 3 before going to the locker room. Try to knock it through. And it's no good. Couldn't find the range on the field goal, couldn't cut into the deficit, and they are still down by 21. And holding on to a first-half lead, this offense will play it safe, take a knee, and head to the locker room. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, the Palm Tree Trophy on the line, and already Clemson and South Carolina have given us some stirring moments. And it's been a dynamite first half, leading to a one-sided score right now. It's not over, but I think both sides know this is on the verge of a blowout. That opposing defense is inside its locker room right now wondering 2 things. What just happened, and what do we do now to try to make this respectable? With that, let's send it back to the guys to see how the battle between South Carolina and Clemson plays out.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Just about set to get this 2nd half underway. And he's going to bring it out. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. That last big play has them in position to threaten here. 1st and 10 from the 37. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver is going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Grabs it inside the 15. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
Well, there's no mystery who they're throwing the football to, but defenses still can't find a way to cover this guy. And with that last catch, he now has over 1,500 receiving yards on the season.
This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Rides the back on the option to give. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. They'll leave it with him. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Clemson! The Tigers putting down a big paw print right now as they start to pull away from the Gamecocks.
Man, I think you kind of get this here we go again feeling. Clemson had the upper hand in this series for a while now. Clemson always talked about, always loved. South Carolina's got to answer.
I feel like Clemson's been winning on the recruiting trail between these two teams in the last several years now, and I think that's really starting to show itself on the field today.
Looking for blockers. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They built up some time of possession with that last drive, but couldn't turn it into points with the missed field goal. We'll see if they can put something on the board this time.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Makes the grab. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
Yeah, and you saw they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hand.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early.
Picked off. What a play to set him up. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. The give to the tailback. Strong run, picks up 6 down to the 22-yard line. And the Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. And off to the running back. He'll be pulled down after a good run. They'll mark it at the 15. All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. He's got it on the move. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Grabbed over the middle. It's Chubb. Touchdown, Clemson. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. They've extended this lead, guys, but sometimes in a rivalry game, you get down and you fight back that much harder.
Man, you've seen crazy comebacks and crazy swings of momentum in rivalry games. You just need that first thing to break your way, Palmer.
I think it really comes down to their key playmakers, David. They can come back. These guys need to take ownership. Now's the time. In this type of game, they have got to step up and start making plays.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Into the pile, maybe. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll go to the ground. Slithers into space. There he goes. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They'll run it from the gun. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Here's the handoff. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Finds his big tight end. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the first down. New set of downs after the completion. To the air on first down. Makes the grab on the left.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Caught near the sticks. It's Grove. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. Clemson set up with another first down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll do it himself. Finding open areas. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down. The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. It's complete to the right.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where you can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Motion from the wideout. Oh, he's got a chance. Touchdown, Tigers. A great catch and run for 6. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Gentlemen, want to jump in and let you know what's going on in this top 25 showdown. West Virginia is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Alabama. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll go to work in the air on second down. A strike downfield. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Looking to fire. Pulls it in. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football, and a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting him the football, letting him get some positive yards.
From the gun, the ground game. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. The sure hands, it's Grohl.
And that RPO play was run to perfection. The run fake forced and sucked the defense up, and a nice job on the route by the receiver, not telegraphing that he was breaking to the inside on the slant.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Breaks into the open. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
The clock is my friend. If I can do this late in the ball game with a lead and I can continue to run the football and they have no answers, well, then I'm going to walk away with a win.
And give him another 6. Grabs him for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Pulls and throws on the RPO. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Guys, let's chat just for a second about South Carolina. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account, and it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also about who's out there. There's some good big-time candidates, some good coaches that could come in. We know they've got the money to spend. It just seems like they're going to make a change.
Reads it, fires complete. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. And the Gamecocks with the 1st and 10. Quick completion to the right.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your squad not quit. Keep fighting until the very end of the football game.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against the defense, playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to take shots offensively.
Oh, he's got some space. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. The Gamecocks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Fires to the tight end. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. Most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds the tight end. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And the offense is content with where it is. They'll take a knee. South Carolina did a lot of throwing before the game, but as it turns out, the chicken curse is alive and well as Clemson wins the Palmetto Show.